Hi guys. Okay, so this week was media technology, and it was actually a pretty difficult week for me uh, because I'm using two um, pieces of technology I've never used before and had never even actually heard of until this class. But we'll get to that in a minute. So the first question is, why is it important for teachers to have a foundational knowledge of media technology, resolution, and compression? And then what did I learn? So I think it's important for teachers to have foundational knowledge on this stuff because if you have a student who's trying to do a project and certain things won't work and they ask for your help, you can tell them or you can show them how to do something. You can pass on that knowledge. Even though it's very basic, it still gets them started. It still helps them out. And they learn something new. And that's always a plus in a classroom. And if they don't have PowerPoint per se at home, and you can show them how to use Prezi instead, that's also a big plus because then they don't have to buy that. And so that's kind of nice for families that don't necessarily have that ability on their computer. Or if you work at a school that doesn't have that technology, which I don't know if that's really an issue, but it does avoid that. So that's kind of nice. What I did learn is why my last computer would not work due to its resolution and compression ability. Oddly enough. But I did learn that. So I learned how to fix it. That was nice. So hopefully I can retain this knowledge and avoid stuff like that later. So the next one, it's was about Prezi, the challenges, likes and dislikes, and it versus PowerPoint. At first, I really did not like Prezi. I'd never used it before, and it was a challenge for me because I didn't know how to get started. I didn't know how to use it. But once I started playing around with things, it became so much easier. And I like the fact that it's a little bit more interactive. I feel like, with PowerPoint, you have to add the interactions to it, whereas I feel like with Prezi, there's already animation involved and it gets you interactive in the PowerPoint, which for teachers, I think could actually be a really good thing for the classroom because if you do a Prezi instead, it makes students click on things and go explore things. I think that'd be a lot more entertaining and fun for the kids. So in the animation aspect, I did like Prezi better than I like PowerPoint. I think PowerPoint is maybe a little bit more friendly with starting out, and then it gets a little bit more complicated, whereas Prezi does kind of the reverse. It starts out complicated and gets easier. So, but it was fun. I did like using it, and I probably use it again. So then the next one is about Screencast-O-Matic. You know what? That one was really easy to use once you got it downloaded and started and everything. That one was really easy to use. My problem was with the actual assignment itself, due to the fact that I plan on teaching special ed. So the use of technology such as Screencast will not, I don't foresee it being a big use in my classroom, but it is nice to have that knowledge in case it ever does. So, the way I did it, I used it to try to tell students how to get to an educational website that will they'll already really know how to use, but at least it gives them the basics on how to get there. Because I have worked with students that are like, how do we get there again? How do we get there again? When we've done this every other day for about 20 weeks. So, you've got students who don't, especially in special education, that don't have the best memory, and so this will be something that they can refer back to. So I think it can be helpful and used in that sense. But this week was definitely a challenge for me. I learned how to use things I'd never learned before. I'd never even heard of or even knew how to use. So that was interesting. But it was a fun week. So see you guys next week.